Yes, mate.
He's the man.
We're back.
We'll be back on the baize.
Back on the baize. Let me put this in. Here we are, back to talk sport, and
like an actual snooker star.
I know. Big old bugger, isn't it?
Ain't the biggest thing you've had in your hand today, mate, is it?
This is quite awkward, all of this. So
yeah.
Anyway, we're back. We've had a nice handshake and a
Little kiss.
little hug. I was always looking for Amanda. Amanda hug and kiss.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry, dad joke.
Simpsons.
But yeah, we're back 6 months later, is it?
About that, mate, yeah. Christmas, New Year, yeah.
Yeah, it was October, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But the boys are back on the baize.
At the same club, we've kissed and made up and best friends again.
Well, we've known each other a long time, haven't we?
30 odd years, mate.
I know, man and boy. Unbelievable.
But we're back on the same table that we started this last session on.
Yeah, was it 12-8?
12-8 to you. I've got a bit of a mountain to climb.
Well, it's only 4, mate. Anything can happen, can't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was a 4-0 whitewash tonight, then that's 12.
I think you might get one.
No. The old ones are the best.
Old ones are the best.
Hey. So
Right.
anyway, guys, enjoy, and we will
Yeah.
see you on the other side. Ciao.
Right, let's put some money in that machine.
Good luck, mate.
Thank you. Play well.
Hi guys, welcome to Snooker's Bird and Trophy. Steve speaking here, Mark Harris to break. Current scores are 12-8. This is frame 21. Nice break. And that looks like a decent break. Not hard enough. Well, started very strong, left me not a lot to choose from here. Dare I say, if I was feeling confident and if this wasn't the first frame, I'd probably go to pot this red. But no, I'm gonna play a safety shot, dumping safety shot, get the cue ball, well, as close to the bottom cushion as I could. Well, as you saw in the previous clip, Mark and I have made up. Our friendship's worth more than a couple of heated moments. We would have made up eventually, I'm sure of it, but it's largely down to you guys. Your fantastic, lovely, positive and supporting comments in the previous video, so thank you. Now this isn't an easy red. I'm cueing the top of the cue ball. I do need to get some reaction anyway, so that kind of worked in my favour. Could have done with a bit more of a bounce off the cushion there. However, I've got a very similar shot on the black as I just had on the red, and I can see more of the cue ball, so I should be potting this. Oh, well, that is a shame, and I know it. Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for staying with us. I'm sorry about the break, but we are back. So sit back, relax, and enjoy some amateur snooker. Well, had that gone in for Mark, he would have been on the black, but a tricky shot to get to the black. However, it looks like touching ball. Yeah, 8-12, isn't it?
Oh, 2, okay, yeah, okay.
So the 2 means 12.
Yeah,
so it says 8-2, but the 2 is 12. I think. Oh yeah, 100%. And yes, it is touching ball. The only obvious shot really now to play is try and come off 2 cushions and rest the cue ball behind the black. But a little bit of an overstretch there. Nearly pulled a muscle. Not as young as I used to be. So I'm going to have to get this rest out, which makes things a little bit more awkward. Let's see if I can get the cue ball where I want it. No. No, it's supposed to come off 2 cushions there, side and then bottom, and kind of rest behind the black. So there's a bit of a, not a great safety shot, although it's pretty safe. The cue ball is pretty safe. I've left Mark a middle pocket red, which he normally that's one of his favourite shots, and that's a slight mistake there. It's left me a chance. If only I had a bit more, if the cue ball was just lower than it is now. So I'm going to have to use this red to the right of the other red to slow the cue ball down and hold it. I kind of landed in no man's land. I think the blue is too much of a fine cut, although I'll probably be guaranteed that red into the middle pocket after, so it looks like I'm going for the pink, and I didn't check this red. The red that goes into the bottom right pocket, I didn't check that it passed the black, and you know what? It doesn't. Well, that was a bit frustrating. Not really. I just assumed it went. I should have really checked it. I mean, it could go if it was played ever so delicately and millimeter perfect, but yeah, it was too risky. So I've played a safety shot. I haven't quite got the cue ball onto the top cushion, which is where it was supposed to bounce to.
Can't believe I didn't check that.
So I have left Mark this red to the left middle. Will he take it on? Again, that's a risky shot. If Mark misses, it's going to leave me right in amongst everything. But it looks like he's going to pot this red on the right cushion. And that was close, but no cigar. Mark's left me a chance here. So I'm looking at the black, I'm thinking, no, I want to play for blue or pink. And I want the cue ball to go around the top of the pink. But it didn't. It went through that gap. I can't believe it did. That was more luck than judgment. Wasn't quite enough beans for the blue. And it's not quite perfect on the pink, but it looks like I'm going for the pink. Just need to slot this one in. Oh, he's whammied it, ladies and gents. Jeez, well, I was obviously trying to get some reaction out of the cue ball, but that might be a mistake here. Although the blue's tied up, the pink's tied up, black's not in a great position, but Mark should be able to get onto the black from this position. Yeah, he would have done if the red had gone in. That's one of them shots, I think, where you're concentrating more on the position than the pot. Take the pot for granted sometimes. But this is now a little bit tricky. I can't really send the cue ball up to bulk unless I can guarantee I can get the cue ball on the bulk cushion. And yeah, this table is very slow. I mean, had we been playing at our other club, I think the cue ball might have actually gone in the top pocket. But anyway, I've left Mark a red. This time he's going to take it. And he does so. Ooh, is he? I think he's on the brown. Yeah. There's a lot of reds down here available. So one good shot on this brown. No. Well. So there's a couple of reds available now. The red that's slightly below the white to the right, I think is probably the red to take to give me a natural angle to get the cue ball down on the bottom cushion. But this red I'm taking with a bit of top right, I should be able to get the cue ball off the cushion on the side and bounce back for the black. Same kind of scenario, but a higher angle for the black, so that I can get an angle for the next red. Had I taken the previous red I mentioned, I wouldn't have had much of an angle on the black. Maybe it's one of them. But anyway, second attempt on a black today, and missed it. I was a little bit frustrated about that. That's 2 blacks, 2 misses. Not a great start. Have I left mark in a middle pocket red here? Yeah, nothing but net. Now what we're looking at, I mean, black's available, so's brown, so's yellow. Mark didn't fancy the black. Brown's too straight. Yellow's kind of straight, unless Mark can get some good screw back here. He's rattled the jaws. Did get the cue ball back slightly. I mean, still a long red. If I can, I'm not going for safety here. I'm going to try and pot this red and screw back to the green and yellow area. Well, I've got the black free. That was by chance. I wonder, have I left mark a red here? Don't think it goes. Or does it? Or is Mark going to screw back as well? Yes, Mark's going to screw back. And where's these reds going? Well, that was not the intention, I'm sure.
Should have gone before we started. Should have heard me.
Yeah. We are, what, 10 minutes into the frame? I already need to go to the toilet. If I can get the cue ball down for the blue or green, I didn't intend to do that, but the little kiss on the red worked in my favour there. Wow, wow, wow. Third attempt on the black. Third attempt on the black. Yeah, gets it. Slow down, slow down. Lovely. So this next red I need to just roll through. Looks like I'm about to send this cue ball into Mark's temple. I've potted the red. Where's the white? I think I've yeah. Overhit that one. Bit of rush of blood last second. That's a shame. Ah well, it's going to have to be a safety shot here. I've messed that one up. This time I get the cue ball pretty much where I wanted it.
2 minutes left on the clock. I might as well miss this first. Well, there's loads of time really, isn't there?
Is Mark going to go for the pot here? Well, Not that we've had any so far, but we have decided that in each session, whether we play 3 frames, 4 frames or 5 frames, we're going to have a shot of the session. I can't believe I'm taking this on actually. What are you doing? Oh dear. Well, that definitely wasn't it. So after every video is aired on YouTube, if you see a shot that you think is worthy to be entered into the shot of the session, let us know. We'll have a little vote. Mark and I will pick one as well. And at the end of each session, so after every video has been released, that's a good shot for Mark. And the white hold for the black. Yes, a little bit hampered with the reds, but this is a great opportunity to score some points. No, Leslie. Oh, that's a shame. I felt sorry for Mark there because that was a great opportunity. I'm sure Mark's pretty seasoned about that. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, we're going to have a shot of the session. So let us know your thoughts. If you see a shot that you think is worthy to be entered, you could even do a timestamp, which is you literally type in the time of the shot on the video in your comment. So if the time was, say, 20 minutes and 13 seconds, you just write 20. What's the 2 little dots? Colon? Not sure. 20 colon second, and that'll be a timestamp. If anyone clicks on that time in your comment, it will take them straight to that section of the video. Or you could just describe it maybe. But let us know and we will get that vote going. And then I'm going to skip forward a sec now until I get for when I get back. And here we are. Yeah, so Mark missing that black has left me a couple of choices, and I think I'm going for the wisest shot here, showing a bit more maturity in this frame. And that's not a bad shot. I've left Mark a safety shot, not an easy one, but nothing Mark can't handle. Safety is one of the better parts of his game, and see how the cue ball went behind the pink there. Fantastic. Well, have I got anything on here? What can I do? I think it's going to have to be... Oh no. I'm going for the pot here. This could be disastrous. Oh dear. Well, that wasn't the right shot, and I knew it. But look at the black and the pink. Not desirable. Can Mark pot this red and release? Oh, he tried. Again, that's a shot where I think Mark was paying more attention on the cue ball, where it was going. But look at this. Little snooker. I mean, it's a fairly easy escape. There's lots of reds to pick, but I don't want to leave anything on for Mark. So I'm going to come off 2 cushions and come behind this red that's closest to the bottom cushion. A bit like the black earlier that I messed up this time. There we go. I mean, it's... If I was taking this shot now, I'd say that was really safe. But Mark could possibly pot either of these 2 reds, so it wasn't the greatest. I've got away with it. It's a nice safety shot from Mark. Now, I want to come off the, as we see the red, the right hand side of it, I think, and come around the houses. Oh, I've clipped it far too thinly and too much pace. And Mark's got a shot here where you can play it safe at the same time. If it goes in, great. If it doesn't, it's going to be a safe cue ball.
Can't believe
And there you go.
3 pints of Coke is over £6.
I know, they stick it their ass this time. The camera's
Ah, it's starting to get a bit tricky now. The scores are still low. Mark's got 3. I'm on 19, so I do have the upper hand, but that could all change in one visit. And this time I've hit it too thick and too slow.
Too thick and too slow. Well, that's not worked out too bad. That's what my teachers used to say to me.
I think Mark said that's what his teachers used to say about him at school. Too thick and too slow. Obviously joking. Well, I think Mark's going to try and pot this red to the bottom left. Now it's quite a way out, but what's this? A little bit of light removal between visits. Yeah, Mark's left me a chance here. If I can just get in between the red and the blue with the cue ball and get top side of the blue, give me a little angle to get back for the next red. Oh, I've gone the wrong way. But anyway, it's worked, but I've gone a bit too high actually. So I might have to come off the bottom cushion with the cue ball. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's nice. Nice weight. And yeah, lovely. So I've left myself a nice little angle here to get onto the blue again, to send the cue ball down the table for the next red. And the next red I wanted to play for was the red that's directly below the green there, almost in the middle of the table. I think I'm going to come off the bottom cushion again, but don't want to hit it too hard this time. It was a nice pot, but I've hit it too hard, which is a shame. Now, am I going to try and pot this? I think I am, you know. No, I'm not. Wow, I can't believe it. Taking the wisest choice there.
Thanks, mate. Should have at least 13.
And it looks like a safety shot coming up from Mark. Yeah, it's a nice white.
You got your chance to snooker me really, but I have no choice. Well,
can I send that red behind the brown, leave the white on the brown, so that Mark cannot play that red, which then from that angle should cover at least 2 of these reds down on the left hand side. I think I've got it. I think Mark might be able to see a little bit of that red, you know. Yeah, you can see enough. Well, it didn't quite work then. And black is again still in an undesirable position. I should be able to get a good white here, hopefully behind the brown. No, too hard. I think Mark's going to try and pot this bottom left red. Oh, in the jaws. Where's it going to fall? That's nice for me, but I'm going to need the rest, so I'm going to be slightly hindered here. Haven't taken much time on this. And yeah, what a waste. Well, it wasn't an easy shot, but I was miles away from the pocket. Black's away from the cushion. Nice white from Mark. Had that gone in as intended. A choice of blue, possibly green. Safety shot here. Well, it was going to be safety in mind. The cue ball was supposed to travel up to bulk area. And unfortunately, well, fortunately, I've knocked the pink off the cushion, so that's a little bit better, but I've only gone for the green and I've knocked the black over the middle bag. So if Mark can pot a nice red here. Ah, beautiful. Where's the white going? I don't believe it. That was a lovely red. Well, it's going to have to be green, I'm assuming. If you're just joining us, we play to 18 frames. First to 18 wins the Burden Trophy. It's a nice green from Mark. The Burden Trophy is made from a 30-something-year-old football cup. 3D printed snooker balls in amongst the cup's frame, made from wooden cubes. It's got a plaque on it with the winner's name. It's a nice little touch. Homemade. Have a look at the video entitled "How the Burden Trophy Was Made." It's one of the channel's earlier videos. Well, Mark's left me a red here, which if I can pot, I'll be on the black. Yeah, got him. And if you're a fan of podcasts, then check out Alex Upham's Snooker Therapy podcast, available on all platforms. It's really good, very interesting stuff, all about the therapeutic uses of snooker. And snooker is actually the highest sport for meditational purposes, because you're focusing your mind on one task. It makes you very mindful. It's almost like being in a meditative state, and not just playing it, watching it as well. So let us know if these videos relax you. If they do, great. But yeah, check out his podcast. It's really interesting stuff. Well, dare I say, Mark needs that red. I mean, he's 34 points behind. There's 35 on. That's a nice safety. This looks like a good safety, is it? Oh no. Well, you know, sometimes they call me in-off Burden. I'll tell you why. Just watch this. There we go. Unbelievable. Well, that's changed things really on the scoreboard. Well, actually, by potting that red, I've removed 8 points. So Mark does still need a snooker. 27 left on the table. 30 the difference. And yeah, he's got the snooker. Now listen to my workings out here.
I needed red black and I got just red.
I think it's 41-11.
I should be 30 behind, yeah. So misses don't count me.
So I'm going for the double chance, sir.
So I'm going to come past the yellow and hit it on the way back. That way I get 2 chances of hitting it. If I do miss on the first pass, the second pass should clip it. That's what I said. Here we go. Or the third time. In fact, if you wind it back, that is what I said. I've got 2 chances. This time, the first pass, the second pass, and then the third, which it did clip. As I did actually call it. I'm not bad at getting out of snookers. Mark's great at getting me in them. I'm good at getting out of them. I'm not great at getting Mark in snookers, and he's terrible at getting out of them. So between us, we do all right. Oh dear. Well, looks like the in-off is rubbing off, and I think that's end of the frame. So I've pulled one back, ladies and gents. Thanks for tuning in. And the next frame will be out in a few days' time. Be sure to tune in for that. Subscribe to the channel. Really helps us grow. And we'll see you on the other side. Cheers.
I don't know. I wish I knew the fucking answer.